try and still figure it out. You got it. Next time will be better. Um, so today's topic for our Q&A is going to be all about how we met. Kind of goes along with the Valentine's Day season. What do you think? Kind of goes hand in hand. So we met in high school. Yeah. Should I tell them about the story? So we met in high school, and I remember I was a freshman at the time, and my best friend was in ASL 1 class. I decided to take Latin, so I wasn't in that class. But my friend was in the same class Ryan was, and I would be hanging out with her a lot. So he, Italia. So he would see me, and I guess you noticed me or something. I just got a message from him later saying that he was interested or he thought I was cute or whatever. And then we started texting and talking to each other. Well, not talking. We just texted for a month. Well, actually, what really happened, I saw her. I thought she was a cute girl. So, what did I do? I Facebooked messaged her. I said, "Hey, you're cute." And that's it. And the rest is history. And that's the end of our story. No, there's more. So I just remember my best friend saying that you're the hot deaf guy. Have you seen that really, really hot deaf guy? You were just known as this really hot guy. And my friend talked you up a lot. And it made me really interested when you messaged me. Explain why you liked me rather than other guys. Yeah. All through high school, I've had attention from guys before, but it was very indirect, you know, in high school. Of course, you're young and you're shy, so you're not gonna tell that your crush, your crush, your crush, your crush that you like them directly usually. So there was a lot of guys who would say, "Oh, tell Ellen that I like her," or something like that. And my friends would say, "That guy likes you," or "That guy wants to date you." And I was never really interested because, like, I don't know these people, and I don't know, like, it wasn't direct, and you were very direct. That was what was attractive, that you were very, like, straightforward. Like, I like you, can we talk more? You know, it made it easy. It wasn't awkward. It was more like just simple. It was very simple. Very simple. Francis, so remind all of you guys, please have questions about our relationships, about the beginning of our relationship. And we're not answering other questions today. It's just about how we met and how we interacted when we first met. Yeah, so we'll be taking some questions, I guess, in a minute or so. So, yeah, we just met, and we were, in the beginning, I didn't know any ASL or sign language. I had no clue at all. And he taught me everything. It was really awkward, and it wasn't awkward, it was exciting. What, timeout? Tony says deaf means you can eat and talk at the same time. That's true. That's true. But I'm trying not to eat because I don't want you guys all to hear me like chewing and everything. Um, said, I won't eat it all, don't worry. My mom brought us some nachos. They look really good. So, what were we talking about? So we met we started messaging on Facebook, and then we started texting. Yep. Then it said explain the first time we met in the gym. So we've been talking to each other for a month, 2 months or so, but we never met each other. And then I was with the same best friend who was in the same class as you, and when we went to the gym because he played football, so he was always in the gym. I played volleyball, so sometimes I would go to the gym. And one day we were at the gym at this same time, and my best friend was like, go talk to him, go talk to him. And I was so nervous, and she basically like pushed me to sit next to him. And I remember so I was like acting all cool and buff. buff. And I sat next to him, but I didn't know what to say. So we were just sitting next to each other in complete silence for like what felt like 5 whole minutes. It was completely awkward. And then we just look at each other and are like, okay, I'm gonna go. Bye. It was just so awkward. But then later we met up and it was something funny to talk about. What did you say? So I remember we also said bye and then hugged and then left. But we didn't say anything to each other. Like nothing. I just remember walking out and face planting on the floor, like in embarrassment. You were embarrassed too. Yeah, we both were. But later we would hang out almost every lunch break and write on a piece of paper or our notebooks. We would just write to each other back and forth while learning sign language at the same time. And it just like progressed from there and started learning more and more. We started hanging out outside of school. We had to start by teaching me the ABCs in sign language. We did that for a while, and then we wrote. And then I would ask, how do you sign these certain words? And then he would teach me. Sometimes I remember testing me. Testing me? Like what? I would teach you some signs one day, and then the next day I would ask you what's the sign for this. Really? I don't remember you saying things like that. I remember you using the signs and then seeing if I remembered them. You tested me? Okay. I guess it worked because I know some. Okay. So now we're just gonna take some questions from you guys. Take questions about about the beginning of our relationship. Okay. Now we're gonna look. Who said that? Someone asked. Oh wait, never mind. That's not about us. Okay. That's a good question by Caitlin. Hey, Sign Duo. I love your Valentine's Day video. It's very cute. Question. Who asked you out first and how? Well, because that's a good question because we never really asked each other on a date. We never asked each other on a date. And we dated a few months before we became boyfriend and girlfriend. Well, we can tell her that you asked me to be your girlfriend. Oh, funny story about that. So I was playing basketball in the gym with my friends, my deaf friends. And all my friends were so discreet. Oh, wait. Sorry. I have to start from the beginning of the story. So I asked her out and asked her to be my girlfriend through text. And she said, yes, but ask me tomorrow. And I was like, okay. And then the next day, I was playing basketball. And then all my friends were like nudging me, hey, she's here, she's here. I'm like, okay, I know. I'm trying to be cool about it. And then she came behind me and tapping on me on my shoulder. And I looked at her and she was like looking at me, waiting for me to ask her. So I took a deep breath and asked her, will you be my girlfriend? And she was like laughing and said yes and hugged me. That's so cute. That's so cute. Yeah, I remember that. It's cute when you tell it. That's cute. It's cute when you tell it. I haven't seen you tell that story before. Where was our first date? We didn't really have a date. We just went to the same high school. Yeah, we would have our lunch dates at school. Yeah. We would just meet every break, or was it every snack or every lunch? No, lunch. I remember your best friend who tried to push us together started getting jealous. So you decided to have a break with her and then lunch with me. Oh. Yeah. My friends were didn't like me hanging out with my boyfriend for so long. Even though she was the one who encouraged us to get together. Yeah, but that's how when you're young, that's how friends are. They're like, once you get a boyfriend, then they're gone forever. Other question. Were you scared to communicate with me in the beginning? No. Like, I can easily say no, not at all, because I was just all excitement and interest. So I wasn't really scared. I was nervous. Nervous in a way that I liked this guy, and I really wanted him to like me too. So that's why I was nervous. But the communication, but not in conversation. No, in conversation, I was just really willing to learn, because my goal wasn't to learn sign language. My goal was to learn more about him. And that just kind of came hand in hand. Yeah. If I get to know him more, then I learn how to communicate and learn sign language better. Yeah. That is a good question. What year was our first date? 2011? Does my mom know that? 2010. Because I remember I kept it a secret that we were dating for a while. She already knows now. That's true. 2010. November 2010. So almost 7 years ago then. Oh, about 7 years ago. Almost there. Did Ryan inspire you to want to stick? Oh, Did Ryan inspire you to want to stick to learn sign language? Mm, that's a hard question because it's never really about sign language, even right now. It's just about being able to better communicate with him. So the more I know about sign language, then the easier it is for us to understand each other. So I guess so. He inspires me to learn more sign language. I guess definitely then. Yeah. Mm. Do your parents like you? Yeah, they actually really like him. The language barrier, though, was a little bit difficult in the beginning, but since we've been together for so long and they know him really well, then they started, like, they trust you a lot. They trust you with me, and they really like you, you know? I don't know. Because your mom learned a little bit of sign language. Yeah. And it's really nice. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think these YouTube videos though has helped our relationship with my parents. Um, even with your parents too. You think? You think your parents too? Yeah, but it's a little bit different because my parents are hearing, so they don't have that barrier. Yeah, between me and them. It's easier to communicate back and forth. But I'm kind of shy with his parents. So when they watch the videos, they kind of get to see how I actually am with him because I'm not really, I don't know, not that I get nervous, but I'm just, I just feel like, I just act, I feel different when we're all together. My parents didn't have that communication with him, so they couldn't get to know him. So they didn't really see your personality until they watched our videos where we can close caption them, and then they see how you express yourself and you talk, and yeah. How long does it take you to learn enough sign language to stop writing? What do you think? What do you think? I think 3, 4 months. Yeah, around there. Yeah, I would agree. 3, 4 months or so. But that's with using it almost every day. So every weekday we would sign. So wow, a lot of questions trying to catch up with you guys. How long are we gonna keep this Q&A? How long are we gonna keep the Q&A? 25 minutes? Okay, we'll keep it 25 minutes. So, what is your biggest pet peeve about each other? Oh, Ryan says mine would have to be that I have two, three, two. First one, she likes to be very close, and I get very claustrophobic. So she likes to be close to me. Second one, I would have to say her demeanor is sometimes a little bit too strong, hard-headed sometimes. It's a good thing most of the time, but when we fight, it's just too much, I guess. Well, I was trying to think about it, but when you said that That's kind of what my pet peeve about you is too, is because I try to like if my knee is touching his knee and we're in like a situation like this where we're like facing forward, he doesn't like that. Like he'll push me away. Like literally if I touch him, he will push me away. And I don't like that. I don't like that. That's bothersome a little bit. Um, but for the most part, nothing really bothers me too much. Yeah. We learn how to compromise with each other. I think another thing is um, you're very relaxed sometimes. Like it's too much. Like nothing will get done if it's left up to him sometimes. I mean, I try it. Like I trust you into doing things, but sometimes it just takes too long. How did your parents react when they learned that your boyfriend was deaf? Mm, from my memory, they weren't that. They, I don't know. They weren't judgmental or acted different about it. The thing is, I never dated anyone else besides Ryan. So I, whatever reaction I got at the time, I had nothing to compare it to. And I've always, before I was always kind of scared to tell them about boys in my life. So telling them about Ryan just made me really nervous no matter what their reaction was. So it's kind of hard to tell. They were just more about me dating somebody. Okay. Other questions that the same person has is how did we first meet? How did it go? Like, oh, were like my parents? Were my parents, when they first saw me in person, how did it go? Oh, I thought they were talking about how it went when we met. Okay, so I actually remember that. Remember my room was over there. That was that day. I remember you basically just like came to my room and we hid in my room. Remember? I was very nervous, so I just said, "Can we go to your room, please?" And I don't even think they said hi, like a very effortless hi, you know? It wasn't like, "Hi, nice to meet you" or nothing. It was just like, "Hey." And then they like went to the living room to watch TV. And then we just went to my room. So it wasn't like they were actually introduced to each other. I don't know. How often does Ryan sign words that you don't know? Uh, Now, rarely. I he I feel like he uses sign language that he's taught me, or that his style, because everyone has their own style. So Ryan uses his own style when he's with me because I learned from him. But when he's with his friends, that sometimes I don't know what he's signing because he says I use ASL in when I hang out with my deaf friends. I use full ASL. Yeah, I can understand most of it, but sometimes there's some signs that I don't know. But I'll ask them. I use a lot of slang, slang signs that ASL has. Because with her, I use very English structured, and we can easily understand each other. Yeah. I guess you just do what works, right? You know? So cool. Do you remember Tal? Yeah, I remember. Hi. Her brother is watching now. Oh, is that Jonathan? Oh, hi. That's so sweet. Oh, who is more romantic? I think we're just very different in romance. So my answer, oh wait, okay, fine, you can answer. So my way of showing romance is, hi bub, sorry, it's my brother over there. My way of showing romance is by making life easier for her or doing things that would make her day better rather than flowers or dates or dinner. I'm very, like, I think about what would make her feel better, make her day smoother. And that's what I think romance is. Yeah, that's really sweet. And I see that all the time. He's he he will always do anything that will make things easier for me. Like if I have a lot of errands to do, he'll ask if he could come along or help me or pick up some things for me or anything like that. So that's really sweet. My idea of romance is I try to do that, what you do for me, because before I didn't really do anything like that. Not that I was selfish, but I was just I was just impatient. I was a very impatient person, and just seeing how he treated me made me want to treat him better and with more patience. So I'm more like that, but I still am that person that will buy flowers or, you know, have like a trip for us to go on together or something, make him cards or stuff like that. And that's what I like to do. Just like give you surprises or, make life exciting. So I guess we both are romantic in our own ways. Yeah, but at the same time, we're like learning from each other, you know? Okay, I think we should just take one more question and then we'll see you guys next week or for our vlog. I think we're going to do every Tuesday, Thursday vlogs. Yeah, that's that. So Tuesday, Thursday. So expect that. Hi. Everyone's saying hi. Bring me boba. Hi, Anna. From New York. Hello. Wow. That's so exciting. What? I want some chicken. Wait, this is beef. Okay. This is one question. Not really related to how we met in the beginning of our relationship, but I think it's a good question. One guy named Dave, he said, I noticed Ryan lip lip sync. I noticed Ryan lip syncs words as he signs. How did you learn to do that? I grew up first to sixth grade. I was the only deaf student in my school. So I kind of learned how to communicate because I would depend on reading lips. So I would kind of learn how to copy mouth movements. And I had a lot of speech therapy in elementary school. Middle school wasn't so much though. High school, I didn't even bother. I found my identity in high school. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see. Thanks for staying for the Q&A, and we're going to keep doing different topics. If you have a topic that you want us to, talk about, or a story you want us to share with you guys, let us know in the comments, and we'll try to do that in future Q&As. But every Saturday at 3 o'clock, we'll be here, and so if not 3, then we will post on Instagram and Facebook, either one or both of them, about the time, but mostly around 3 o'clock. Yeah. Oh no, Crawley just got here. I'm sorry. We'll be here next week, and this video will be uploaded later today in like 35 minutes or so. Yeah. It takes a while to upload. Okay. All right. Bye, you guys. See you next week. Out, but not out because we're still on live.